Hello, everyone. Oh, no, that was too much enthusiasm. I'm Tessellating Hexagons, and...
Hi, I'm Europe's Gallo 8. Yay!
Yay, and this is another Eurovision debate. And if you were with us in the last episode, I suppose they are, then you'll know that we've drawn our countries already, and I am this time backing the Republic of the Czech people. And the cash people as well, I suppose. and the debit card payments. And, yeah.
And the vouchers and the coupons and the things and the
Coupons!
Yes, and I am representing the Switzerland people with all their chocolate and their cheese. And things. Yay.
Yeah! That was eerily good.
So... Are we starting?
I guess so. This has just been a really awkward intro for no particular reason.
Yeah, I know. Since I started last time, I'm going to
I'll let you go first this time as well.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Give me the awkward job of starting these things.
Hey. Okay, let me know when you're ready for me to begin the time oration.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, say words.
Anyway, Switzerland have been in the contest from the very beginning. They were one of the 7 founding members in 1956, and they won on their debut. Although it is not really known by how many points they won, or it's not really known how well the other countries did, because it was 1956, and I don't really know how the scoring worked back then. Anyway, they've been in almost every edition of the contest except for 1995, 1999, 2001 and 2003, and to that they have 2 wins to their name, one of which I've mentioned, their debut entry, and the other in 1988, which brought the famous singer Celine Dion into relevancy in Europe. Anyway, and they've got 4 second places and 3 third places to their name, as well as long as many top 10 placings. It's kind of like Italy in a way. Although they have done badly in the past, with nil points being achieved 3 times, but that doesn't stop them because they've experimented with almost every national language, and they've experimented with some English as well. So yeah, it's fair to say that French is one of their stronger languages in the contest, but English does them well, and they've experimented with German and Italian a few times, and they've experimented with Romanish once, which is just good. They did good, Switzerland. Laura can't speak today. Anyway, but yeah, they've done well in the past, and hopefully they'll do well again because they have a good song this year. So. Yay!
Still got 20 seconds.
Oh my! I'm not very good with timings with this, but yeah, Switzerland, they've done good. Granted, they have had 5 last places, 3 nil points, and they don't seem to qualify from the semi-finals that often, but when they do, they do good.
And that's your time. So that was surprisingly well timed for your ass.
Really?
Even though you're actually good with the timings in this format anyway. So...
Am I?
Maybe I just wanted an excuse to say ass. You don't know my life. Well, actually you do. Because you're here now, and... Okay, I tried.
We've been friends for about a year, so...
Just less than a year. In fact, no, just over a year. Because I think... Yeah, we met on the 13th of March 2014.
Yeah. Anyway. When you're ready...
So, yeah, go. So, 2 minutes on the Czech Republic. Well, what is there to say other than they are a republic of the Czech people? They used to be part of Czechoslovakia, but they didn't take part as a combined unit in the contest. But then, when they split off, Slovakia did, and then the Czech Republic eventually followed suit. They've taken part 4 times so far, if you count this year, 2007, 8, and 9, and then they disappeared for a while. But then they came back in an ostensible blaze of glory in 2015. Marty Andover, Václav Neudbart, Hope Never Dies. I wrote a song about it. They have experimented with their languages as well. They tend to favour English, granted, but they sung in Czech once. They realised that it didn't work out for them, and so they took that information and decided to do something different. And it worked for the space of 1 year, although the live performance was a bit bad, but, you know. They've sent a song in Romani. They've been like Macedonia 2013 was accused of being the first country to perform in the Romani language, but it was Czech Republic in 2009, predating that by 4 years. The Czech Republic are trendsetters. They are so trendy that, granted, they've never made it into the final to date, but maybe this year will be their year, because hope, as the song suggests, never dies. They were originally not planning to take part in 2015, but then they did. They changed their mind. They realised the glory that is Eurovision, and they came back, and they are stronger than ever. They are willing to keep fighting the good fight. So while they may not have been around for quite as long, they only joined in 2007. They've never made it to the final so far, and their best placing is second last. But they're plucky little underdog. They are going to keep fighting the good fight. They realise that it's something worth fighting for. I'm slowly turning into a song by Cheryl What's-Her-Face, formerly Cheryl Cole. But yeah, the Czech Republic, they do stuff, and they maintain a significant presence, because when I found out that the Czech Republic were going to come back, I lost my shit, but not literally. Besides that, they've experimented with different musical styles. This year, kind of rock ballad, not really kind of deal. The 2009, they had something curious and different. 2008, a really brilliant pop song. 2007...
That's time!
They had the song with the rock, and he needed the strepsil.
That's time!
No, it isn't. I decide when to call time. Your funky flute.
Oh, shush. Anyway, is it 1 minute for...
Cross-examining my ass, if you would like to see my ass.
I'd rather not.
That got really weird quickly.
Yes, I am not the Bay.
And
so...
You are not you.
I am... Then who am I?
Who was phone?
You are. Anyway.
Anyway, yes, you have a minute to cross-examine the things I said. Sadly, no toothpaste this time, but...
The cut-out triangles! Anyway.
Singular. But yes, so let me know when to start the...
I am ready.
Am I to have started? Because...
I'm ready. Anyway, well, you've made some interesting points with the very few entries that you had, because Czech Republic, as you said, have not competed in the contest for very long. They competed for 3 years in a row, 2007, 8 and 9, before disappearing from the contest in 2010 due to a lack of interest in the Czech public due to very poor placings and failing to qualify. But maybe 2015 will be the year that they do well in a blaze of glory. I mean, it worked for Montenegro and San Marino last year, so maybe it'll be the Czech Republic's year this year. Although, but yes. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say other than that, really. So, yeah, granted, Czech Republic haven't been in the contest for very long, so they haven't had many, like, decent placings or bad placings, but so far their participation in the contest has been quite bad in the semi-finals, failing to qualify and coming dead last with nil points last time they competed, but yeah, maybe this year will be their year. But then again, Switzerland have had
That's
nil
time.
points.
You've had your time.
Fuck. I couldn't think of anything to say.
You paid me quite a few compliments in there. Just like, and here's why Czech Republic sucks. I love you, Czech Republic.
Well, I couldn't think of much to say because they haven't competed as long. But yeah, anyway, time for you to cross-examine.
That in itself is a point. Okay. Okay, I will cross-examine...
the Switzerland. 3,
Yes.
2, 1, go!
So you said some stuff about Switzerland. First of all, well, it was one of the last points you made, but still, you said that well, you didn't use these words, but you said that they were plucky, they were, the ones that keep trying with things. Well, the Czech Republic does that too. This is much like the last debate where everything is the same, according to me, but again, you said they had good coverage of languages, English, the Swiss ones, Romansh, or Romanish as you called it. The Czech Republic have done essentially the same thing, but with Romani as well. Obviously not the Swiss languages, but that's because they're not Swiss. They've had decent placings in the contest. Yeah, well, they also got a nil point that one time, so I'm not the only one. C-Line, D-Line, as I call her. That was essentially Canada living vicariously through Switzerland. They debuted on their winning entry. They won on their debut entry, rather. So did Serbia. Shut up. They were a founding member. Well, the Czech Republic could have been. Just... They're a mainstay. Yeah, well, they missed a couple of years closer to the now. They had a good track record, but they've also had shit placings as well. So, yeah, you missed 1995, 1999, 2001, 2003. What are you doing, Switzerland?
Funky flute. That was That was an interesting thing that happened with cheese.
I don't even remember what I just said.
But yes, I was going to bring up the matter of, I was then about to say that, okay, some American people want me to see some things, but I was then going to say Switzerland have had their fair share of nil points, so maybe I can bring this up in my closing remark.
Maybe you could.
Anyway.
So, tell me when you're ready for me to begin the countdown.
Begin. Ooh. Well, they were some interesting points you made there, Tess. I was going to say before I ran out of time that Switzerland have also had their fair share of nil points in 2004 in the semi-final with Piero and the Music Stars, which in my personal opinion sounds like they should be an act in one of these holiday camps that exist in the UK, and in 1964, and in 1967, and in 1998. Okay, maybe they had 4. Is that 4? Yeah, 4 nil points. But they're still optimistic and they still do well. They've only qualified from the semi-finals twice, from what I remember in the modern contest, but they appear to have done well in their placings. I mean, Sabolto in 2014 came in 4th in their semi-final with 92 points. Granted, he came top 15 in the final overall with 64 points and coming 13th place, but that's not too bad. Anna Rossellini, on the other hand, she qualified from the semi-final, but only just with 55 points in 10th place, and then she came stone dead last with 19 points. So, not really much can be said, but Celine Dion was brought into relevancy because of Switzerland. I mean, sure, people say that Canada needs to apologise for Celine Dion. Well, no, they don't, because Celine Dion did good for them in 1998. So, yeah, is that time? I feel like that's time. Yay! I did good. Anyway.
And they've been in the final, I think, 4 times. So 2005 and 6 and 11 and 14. 14.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
And would yeah, the 2000. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm trying to think, and it's just diarrhea.
Your diarrhea.
Oh, save it for your closing statement. Oh wait, you just made it. Shut up.
I don't care. You have a minute and a half to defend the Czech Republic. 3, 2, 1, go, bois!
Well, you pointed out that there was a lack of interest, and that was their reasoning behind withdrawing. And, before they even took part in the first place, I'd like to think that they took that time to just sit back and analyse how Slovakia was doing, because Czechoslovakia then split off into the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Slovakia went forth and went boldly where, I could make another butt stuff joke, but that was the last debate. And they monitored how Slovakia did, and then they decided, maybe this is something to come back to. And I'd like to think that they came back to the contest in 2007 thinking, okay, maybe this is time for us to do our thing. And then they did badly again, and then got the most recent nil point in Eurovision history, which is true, but they acknowledged that. And I'd like to think that instead of throwing a strop and leaving, they took the lack of interest from the public as an excuse to step back, rethink their strategy, spend about 5 years cooling down, going through a bit of a rough patch, but deciding, okay, regaining composure, and then sending something brilliant back to the contest to try and rekindle an interest, because Switzerland did the same thing, and Sabolta qualifying for the final and then doing subsequently well. That sparked a massive surge in interest in the contest in Switzerland, so perhaps Barta and Václav can do the same for the Czech Republic. I think that's the idea behind it. They're trying to make up for the poor placings and the lack of interest by invigorating a new interest, by making good placings and saying, hope really does never die. We are still at it. We are still here. And hopefully they'll be back again next year, because, Switzerland are pretty much guaranteed to be, but I don't know. But, yeah.
Monkey flute, and that's time.
Did you just say you pooped?
No. You're going deaf in your old age, Tess, despite the fact that
You're older than me!
Exactly!
You're 21!
And you're...
I'm not even 19 yet!
And your boob. Anyway, shall we do the draw for the next country?
Oh, do let's.
Okay.
Rather!
Okay. Okay.
So you flip that coin. Yeah, CJ. If you weren't here in the last episode, then you could just watch that. But in this, we flip a coin, and she gives me the finger in so doing. Steady on. And if it comes up tails, then I decide, and if it comes up heads, she decides.
Tails!
Yay! And that means I get to choose whether I take the first country that I draw out of the hat at random, or the second. And I have to pick before I start drawing, otherwise that would be a bit unfair. So, I'm feeling non-ballsy. I will pick the second thing that I draw out of the hat. And so, the country that Laura will be debating in favour of next time is... tension. Tensious music. Doop, doop, doop. Israel. Good luck with that. And the country that I will be debating in favour for of... what's the word? How do words even function? What have I got? What have I got? Norge! Or Norway.
It sounds like Norge is just like, not George. Anyway.
Because my camera does things backwards to help Skype do things, it looks like it says yaoi.
Yaoi. Anyway.
So, Israel versus Norway, that ought to be interesting, so tune in next time. Until then, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons.
And I am Europe Scallo 8, and...
She always ends her outros with ends. I have no idea what to follow her up with. See you in the next one.